Okay, good evening. This is our fourth episode or a fourth session of Tapping Tuesdays. So today's a little bit different because we are doing this in the evening time. And so today we are really just going to do some tapping together. But we will sort of stay on theme of what we have been talking about before. Hey Jamie, which is about goal setting, and last week we talked about basically fear that comes up, and well, not specifically fear, but things that come up when we are thinking about doing something new, whether it's something that is quote unquote good or not. It's change, right? And change in general is scary. Even when it's something that's going to be good for us, because it's different, it is the unknown, it's not familiar, and by that virtue, we automatically will have some sort of resistance because we are creatures of habit, right? So even when something is routine, it's familiar, and we know it's not good for us, it's easier to continue that pattern versus changing to something that might be better for us or serve us better because of that unknown factor, that issue, that area of change where it's something new and a little uncomfortable, even though it may be what is best for us. So with that in mind, as I said, we're going to do some tapping today. And I just wanted to highlight very briefly, when we're talking about changes, whether it's a New Year's resolution goal or just something general in your life, it can affect any area of your life. So just some examples. Lifestyle, right? So maybe you want to change a behavior or pattern that you currently have, whether that's adopting something new or dropping something that is not working for you anymore. Maybe in your mindset, right? So taking stock of how you're talking to yourself, and the thought patterns that you notice are repeating for you. Another area would be work, right? If there's a change at work, change in jobs in general, that causes a lot of stress. Also family changes, right? So this could be a marriage, a divorce, a death, a birth, right? So some of these we consider positive, some not so much. Regardless, change affects us, I hesitate to say in the same way, but just by the fact that we are getting emotion. So let's think about this for a moment, just in terms of family, right? So if we're considering marriage versus divorce, you may be anxious to get married. That's normal. You may have anxiety going through a divorce. That's also normal. So what I'm trying to do here is show you that these things, they're different, but the base emotion that's popping up is not so different, right? So that is really, I just want to make sure that we're all understanding that even if you don't have a major thing going on in your life, you're not trying to make a huge change, even small things are challenging. And if they're not, then you are Superman or Superwoman. And I tip my hat to you. But let's go ahead and not dilly-dally anymore. Let's get to tapping, right? So first, let's go ahead and think of something that is maybe an area in your life right now where you're experiencing change, or you want to maybe make a change, and think about how would you like to feel about it, right? Would you like to feel differently? And if yes, does that include feeling less stressed, less anxious, less fearful? We're just getting an idea of where we're going to start today. And then before we go even further, we need to address how intense it feels to us in this moment. So just for unity, I suppose you can say, I'm going to focus on anxiety. So that's the word I'm going to use in our tapping sequence. If something else like fear or stress or anything else comes up for you very strongly, then replace that word. It will still work the same way. I just want it to be as appropriate to you as I can. But since there's not that one-to-one interaction in this moment, we're going to do the best that we can. So choose your emotion or even physical sensation that is coming up for you. So if you notice something in your body, if you have any sensations that you notice, tightness, knots, throbbing, heat, anything that you notice is something that we can use in the tapping sequence. So let's go ahead and measure it. So on a scale from 0 to 10, 0 is low, meaning it's whatever, it doesn't bother me. 10, on the other hand, is very high, meaning this is the worst thing ever. So somewhere between those will be how you're feeling right now. If you need to take a nice easy breath, close your eyes even, just drop in and see what number pops up for you. Maybe it's hard to assess, that's okay. Don't stress about it, we're just getting someplace to start. So if you don't get anything, that's okay, just take a guess. Okay, so we are just about ready to get going with this. If you have not done tapping with me before, all you're gonna need to do is repeat the words after me and copy what I do. So we're gonna go ahead and first take a nice easy breath into the nose and slowly out the mouth. Perfect. Now, starting on the side of the hand, it doesn't matter which one you tap on, you're going to repeat after me. Even though I have this situation in my life and I'm feeling anxious about it, I choose to accept that I'm feeling this way. Even though this situation in my life is overwhelming, and I wish I could get through it without the anxiety, I accept myself completely. Even though I feel this anxious, now whatever body sensation you have, I'm going to use heaviness. You can just insert that now. So even though I feel this anxious heaviness, or whatever you felt in my body, I'm open to giving it some attention now. I deeply and completely accept myself. All right, we're going to move to the top of the head. This anxiety, eyebrow points, it's a lot. Sides of the eyes, it's stressful. Under the eyes. And I choose to acknowledge it now. Under the nose. This anxiety. Under the mouth. I've really been noticing it. Collarbones. And it's giving me a hard time. Under the arms. I don't want to feel anxious. All right, back to the top of the head. This anxiety. Eyebrow points. How would I feel if it weren't here? Sides of the eyes. This anxiety. Under the eyes. What if it were possible to feel better now? Under the nose. This anxiety. Under the mouth. I know my body is just trying to keep me safe. Collarbones. My anxiety. Under the arms. I give my body permission to release as much of this energy as it can. All right, let's let that go. Give yourself a little wiggle. Nice, easy breath. And let's check in. So going back to that 0 to 10 scale. Again, 0 is, doesn't bother me, 10, worst thing ever. Between the two, how do you feel in this moment? So go ahead, close your eyes, take another breath. And see where you end up on the scale now. Chances are it may have gone down a little bit. It's possible that maybe if you have really high anxiety, or if it's chronic, right, it may take a little more attention, we'll say, to get it to budge. So on the chance that you are experiencing some anxiety that is not really willing to move very much, why don't we go ahead and do one more round of tapping, and then we'll see how we feel. So again, going back to the side of the hand. Even though I still feel some anxiety due to these changes in my life, I completely accept these feelings. Even though I'm still feeling this anxiety, and I would like it very much to go away, I completely accept myself anyway. Even though this anxiety is giving me a lot of trouble, I've been dealing with it for a while, and I'm tired of carrying it around. I deeply and completely accept myself and my feelings. All right, let's move to the top of the head. This remaining anxiety. Eyebrow points. I can feel it in my body. Sides of the eyes. What does it want from me? Under the eyes. My remaining anxiety. Under the nose. What if it was possible for me to view my anxiety as a friend and not the enemy? Under the nose, or under the mouth. This remaining anxiety. Collarbones. I want to acknowledge that my body is trying to keep me safe. Under the arms. And I want to thank my body for keeping me safe. Top of the head. My remaining anxiety. Eyebrow points. I want my body to know that I'm a grown adult and I can take care of it. Sides of the eyes. My remaining anxiety. Under the eyes. I give my body permission to let this anxiety go. Under the nose. It's safe to release this from my body. Under the mouth. This remaining anxiety is getting more distant. Collarbones. Letting it go more and more. Under the arms. And allowing my body to relax. All right, let's let that go. Take a little stretch if you need, whatever feels good. Now's your time. Also, if you happen to have a non-caffeinated beverage, such as water, now would be a great time to take a sip. Not only because I needed one, but also because it really does help the energy move in your body. So it's check-in time again. So before we get to our 0 to 10 scale, we're gonna do some more breathing. Another nice easy breath, slowly in through the nose and blowing it out slowly through your mouth. Okay, so if it's helpful, I encourage you, if it's safe for you, to close your eyes and just kind of drop into your body, whatever that means to you, and just take notice of how you're feeling. Thinking about anxiety or whatever word you were using in relation to change. How strong does it feel to you? How intense? So not what you know it can be, but how it feels right now in this present moment. So if you wrote down your numbers from earlier, it might be interesting to compare, see if they're different. Maybe they are, maybe they're the same. But I just want to highlight that even if intellectually we are thinking, no, the number is still the same, like I still know that I have this anxiety or stress or fear, whatever, but you feel more relaxed, that's your mind preventing you from, I guess, acknowledging what your body is feeling. Your mind and your body are kind of at different levels. So the goal here is for you to feel more relaxed, for that intense emotion or physical sensation to reduce, because we all want to feel good. And this is a great way to do that for yourself. If you feel that you need a couple more rounds, the good news is this video will be posted on my page so that you can revisit it as often as you need or want. That is really going to be it for us tonight. If you want to do more focused tapping sessions, let me know. Send me a message so that I can work with you and see what's going to be able to serve you best. If you're interested in doing private one-on-one sessions, of course, contact me. I would be very happy to help you out with that, because as I've shared in the past, tapping has been transformational for me. It really helped me do a 180 in essentially all areas of my life. So I live by it, and I really want to help other people who may be struggling with anxiety, fear, or self-doubt to transform it into calmness, peace, and confidence, because I feel like that was my experience, and I want to spread that as far and wide as possible. So it would be an honor to walk with you in that process. And of course, if you know anyone who may benefit from this, please send them my way or notify me, and I can reach out to them, because life is about, going through it with people. So this is a great way to build connections and, share the energy, share the love, so to speak. So with that, I wish you a wonderful evening. Please tune in next week for the upcoming Tapping Tuesday. I guess the time will be announced later on, but do tune in if you're able to. And Until then, keep shining.